Welcome to Mojoyminds.
You might be wondering how we can prove a piece of gold belongs to a specific tribe if they didn't leave any written records. The Dacian people of ancient Romania were a massive mystery because they practiced cremation, meaning they intentionally burned their dead and left no royal tombs or skeletons for us to study. This leads many people to suspect that the history we are told about these tribes might be a lie. However, the truth is hidden inside the metal itself through a scientific process that is impossible to fake. The thieves at the Drents Museum didn't just take the helmet, they also stole 3 massive gold bracelets that were exhibited with it. These spiraling armbands end in stylized serpent heads and were symbols of extreme wealth and military rank. Scientists use a process called X-ray fluorescence to find the chemical fingerprint of the gold. It turns out that gold from the Transylvanian mountains has a very specific recipe containing high levels of silver and tellurium. When experts tested the stolen items, the results were a perfect match for the gold found in the Dacian heartland, proving exactly where they were made over 2,000 years ago. For more evidence on the hidden origins of ancient civilizations, subscribe to Mojoyminds and leave a comment on what we should explore next. I believe the physical features on these artifacts, like the dark curly hair and the specific knots, suggest the Dacians were a very diverse group who traded with the Persian Empire and beyond. In ancient times, the region was a hub for trade with the Near East, and we know that mercenaries and craftsmen traveled thousands of miles across these borders. While traditional books might skip over this, the Roman depictions of Dacians show them with features that look very different from the typical European ideal of the time. They were a warrior priest society that stood at the edge of the world, blending different cultures into one fierce identity. Even though the Dacians burned their dead, they had a spiritual ritual of hoarding. They believed that burying massive amounts of gold in the ground would offer it to their gods. Archaeologists have found dozens of these hoards near ancient fortresses, which is how we know their art style so well. The recovery of these stolen items is a massive victory for history because they carry the forensic DNA of a people who tried to stay hidden. It confirms that even without written words, the earth and the gold remember who they belong to. Does knowing that gold has a scientific fingerprint make you more or less skeptical about ancient history? Let me know in the comments.
Garantangi. Till the next video.